And the reason why all my anger and depression came to the surface was because the only thing I had was a Smith machine at my boarding school. What up, family? In a fashion I'd like to call my own, we are going to hit a delightful leg day. And if you don't know much about me, my strengths are my legs. And guess what? I used to play soccer my whole life. That meant I got some big old calves, boy. Let me tell you what, I am so ready for this lift. You know why? I had a giant loaf of sourdough bread. So what I did was I put some of that PB Fit on that. Then I sliced up some banana. Then I put some Funyuns on there. Bro, that's a pre-workout meal of a lifetime. So I'm gonna be nice and carved up and fueled up, ready to go, boy. So I start off with barbell squats, and I like to warm up with just the bar. But that's besides the point. The real reason you came to this video is because you wanna know why I squat and why I got these guys on me. See, the funny thing is I used to never barbell squat. I never did free weights. I only did the Smith machine because that's the only thing I had. The only thing I could use to ego lift was a Smith machine at my boarding school. Yeah, I went to boarding school. And yeah, being at that boarding school was one of the lowest points of my life, but it became one of the highest points of my life because I found the gym. They had a gym there. And I was deep depressed before I went to the boarding school. And I had some issues at home. My family sent me off to a boarding school, basically saying I was a troubled teen. Like I said, one of the only machines that they had was a Smith machine. And so I fell in love with physical activity. And by physical activity, I mean squats. I was a freshman in high school at that time, and my max on squat was 380 pounds. A pretty big feat of strength for a freshman. But now, my max is 405 for 2, which that was a couple months ago. I don't know where I'm at right now. But that's not to shy away from the point of, I was in a very dark place, and the gym pulled me out of it. Not to say that me maturing, growing up, and doing deep work on myself changed me, but the gym was a huge part. I think being a guy and being able to take your energy out, I mean, girls too, but like, I can speak for me as a guy, having a place to take my anger out was a huge blessing. And then again, not a lot of people have the opportunity to go to the gym or go to a gym or have outlets like a boarding school to be able to re-guide you. And I'm super thankful that I've had that. And this is all pretty much sugar-coated as of right now. I'm gonna go deeper into depth later in the video about what really went on and why I went to boarding school. I will say one of the last things I wanna be is one of the gym bros that are almost surface level and don't have any intellectuality to them, or whatever you say. But that's not me putting myself above them or me putting myself above anybody else. I'm just saying I got a deeper level to me, and I mean, everybody does. It's just about bringing it out. And right now, this part of my life, I'm bringing it out. Right now, we got 315 loaded on the bar. Last week, I did this for 7. With the sister reps, I got to 10. And right now, in this point of my life, on my lean bulk, I'm trying to get my strength up. So I'm starting to lift heavier, not be a little wuss when it comes to doing the scientific stuff. Like, I'm gonna lift hard and heavy, and you know, I'm not really gonna care about the reps. I'm not gonna overanalyze on them. Ooh. Oh shit. Shit bounced. Yeah. Oh, it's a little hard for me to lock in when I'm telling my deep story, deepest, darkest secrets, and trying to lift heavy. That's no excuse. So I'm gonna keep going hard and also keep yapping. So yeah, I was about 14, 15 years old when I got sent away. I got shipped off. But me saying it in a joking tone isn't joking about the situation or scenario. I just like, I don't know, it's just my personality. I guess I like to talk with a little swag, or whatever you want to call that. Pep in my step, or I should say pep in my speech. I got sent away around 14, 15 years old. I was at a really dark point in my life, and so I needed to be sent off. I mean, I got to the point where I self-harmed. I punched holes in walls. Like, I was just disrespectful and asshole to my family. In all reality, as a teenage guy, all I needed was an outlet to take my anger out. And the reason why all my anger and depression came to the surface was because of COVID. And 2020 was pretty much the start of it all, but the start of what had already been underlying. The underlying part of it was I was just a surface level kid trying to make everybody laugh. Because I had deeper rooted issues, I didn't take those out. All I did was try to make people laugh, and I thought that's what would make me happy. No, it didn't. It just led to when we went into quarantine and I didn't have anybody to make joke, I was like, I'm so worthless. So I got depressed. I hated the way I looked, but I had a fake self-confidence to where I would try to pick up girls and stuff. I mean, I'm in middle school, bro. Like, it was just such a twisted time because, hormones are crazy. I'm a teenage guy, or I was a teenage kid, and being put in quarantine and I didn't have any human interaction, it was a recipe for disaster. We switched over to some leg press, and believe it or not, at the boarding school, I didn't leg press. I only Smith machine squatted because I was like, shoot, the weight keeps going up every week. Then again, because I hit squats like every other day. So no wonder that shit's gonna grow. I skipped a lot of other things too. I basically just benched and squatted. I did maybe a few curls every now and then, but that's besides the point. I definitely had some egotistical thoughts at the boarding school. I definitely was lifting to try to be better than the other kids there because I'm like, shoot, I can look better, squat more than other people, lift more than other people. I'm better than other people. That was kind of me overcompensating for the lack of self-worth. I was going over the deep end thinking I'm way better than other people. Now that I think about it, I think that carries over into my real life a little bit because I do sometimes think that I'm better than other people. I'm just being honest here, I'm sure a lot of people have that, but me sometimes it's am I really better than other people or do I just think it? Because you gotta have that self-confidence and self-worth to, accomplish great things. You gotta have that little chip on your shoulder thinking you are better than other people. But that's not to say you can't accomplish things without being humble. You absolutely can accomplish things with being humble, but I think that has pushed me a lot harder being able to have a competitive spirit with other people. They don't know they're in a competition with me. In my mind, I'm like, I gotta be better than them. I gotta do one more rep than them. I gotta look better than them. And that's things I gotta work on. I can't be overly obsessive about those things because then it just ruins your brain. I'm also not saying that competitive spirit is bad because that's what helped me find my self-worth. Realizing that I just am a competitive person and it's okay to be in competition with people. Never be disrespectful about it, but that has pushed me to do way better. I'm not gonna tell people to not be competitive just because it might be toxic masculinity. That's not at all what I'm pushing. I'm pushing at least young guys, be competitive, compete with each other. It's gonna make yourselves better. Don't ever push anybody down, but yeah, try to be better than the next person. I don't see anything wrong with that. With all the science-based shit that's coming out, bro, don't get stuck in the over-analytical phase. I've seen more progress in my life just going hard and doing what I can. You can improvise here and there, almost from your own learning. You don't need to base your whole life around somebody else's schedule or whatever somebody else posts. You need to live your life and change according to how you feel. On the internet, they don't know your body. Everybody's body's legit different. So why would you follow a regimen that might help them? And that's talking about gym routines and stuff, but in life in general, I'm not saying social media is bad, but don't base everything you do off of it. Do trial and error with yourself. You're a lot smarter than you probably think you are. You're very special. That's why I think everybody should journal, at least meditate to himself, at least think to yourself. Nowadays, we're all too caught up in what we got going on in the physical sense. We're not really attuned with what we got going on in our head. It's always about trying to better your life or self-improve every day. That's hard to really just come out of the consciousness of being in your physical life or whatever you want to call that, and then actually backing out and taking accountability and getting in your head to make improvements in your mental. I need a big boy, it's cuffing season. 5 plates each side. I need a big boy. I hope you know what song I'm talking about and you don't think I'm just a weirdo singing some random thing to myself. Big ol' honey glazed hams. You know what's bad and also could be good at the same time? Sometimes I don't feel like I'm ever, well, I guess not sometimes, pretty much 90% of the times, I never feel like I'm doing good enough. That plays both roles. Hear me out. It will push me to do harder because I don't think I'm doing enough, but out of a stress-filled environment in my head. But then I could go the opposite way and be completely like clear-minded, stress-free, and be okay with how well I performed. But then I don't feel like that's gonna push me as hard. But being in that stress-free mindset is gonna do good things for me. It's like that champion mentality. They never feel like they're doing good enough. And so they strive for greatness. And they never feel like they hit it, even though they hit it. It's like the Olympic gold medalists. They'll go home, they just do it all over again the next day. You know, they're not satisfied. They're not like, because in order to get to that point, you have to be so hungry. And, you know, I don't think I've ever really heard of a champion or somebody who was so successful and achieved their dreams. I don't think I've heard of them being satisfied or, you know, working in a stress-free environment in their head. Which one do I do? Do I work out of a stress-free environment in my head? Because I know it's better for my health and better for just my mental health and stuff, but I don't achieve as good stuff. That's a whole thing. Like, I could go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, over and over again. For me personally, I can't decide because I feel like I've achieved a lot from being stressed out and never thinking I'm doing enough. But I've also achieved good whenever I'm in a stress-free zone. I'm sure other people are like, hell no, why would you want to live in that negative energy? I feel like that's one of the ways to get where I want to be in life. It's just this whole debacle with success, and it's a hard thing, you know. I don't think any human's mastered it yet. We're all just grown-up babies. All right, I'm gonna hit my set. It's always been you. So I guess you could say I'm a male leg day advocate. Nah, what I'm really an advocate for is teenage boys' mental health. Because when I was a kid growing up, I looked up to the people who went to the gym. I was like, they're so strong, look at them. They must not have any problems in their life. And I'm here to set a realistic expectation that I'm a human too. I used to be a troubled teen, whatever they want to call it. I needed help, and the gym was my safe place. So I want to be one of the guys that goes to the gym that's not just a meathead, but that actually has some intellectual thoughts. I don't want to just be on this earth to go, lift weights. What I want to do is use my story and my past to be able to help kids or people in general that used to be in the same position I was. Maybe not boarding school, maybe not depression, but feeling that sense that you don't really have a self-worth. It's a real thing that needs to be talked about, and I want to do my best to be able to be a comforting person to people that want better for their lives, but they don't necessarily know how yet. And I'm not saying I'm going to give everybody all the steps, because I don't know myself. I'm on the journey too. If anything, I say join the journey with me. I'm still fighting the battle of being 100% myself, because I'm still finding myself in this journey. All I can say is I'm being 100% honest right now, and I will continue to be, so you can count on that much, buddy. If you're really lost, one good thing to start doing is physical activity, because it just releases the stress out of your body that is getting cooped up and causing you the anxiety or depression or anger. If you don't think that that's going to be the cure or the end-all be-all that solves all your problems, yeah, it won't be, but it's a route to take. Nothing is gonna be perfect. It's all about trial and error. Our lives are trial and error. We make a mistake, we do better next time. And then you do something positive, and then you do it again, or you do it better next time. So not everything's gonna be perfect in your journey, but you can at least try. I absolutely love doing these vlogs, and I will continue to do them. And I really hope that my message will carry out to the right people. I basically pray that it will. I just want my message to be spread. And my message being spread is also helping me to be accountable about my past and realizing I have fucked up and I have done bad stuff and I have lived a negative life. But, you know, it's all about turning around and continuing on the journey, taking the right step forward. So with all that being said, I really do love talking to you guys. Whoever you guys are, I haven't found my fan base yet. One comment today I saw is said, wow, I actually really love this video. And man, that made my day. I want to look at the good ones and enjoy them and then say, be gone with the bad ones. But you know, take it as critique. And you know, if somebody says my audio quality is bad and they shit on it, I'll just fix it. Or if somebody says, you do too long of an intro, maybe I'll just shorten my intro. So with all that being said, peace out from me to you. Have a great day out there or night. Stay safe, live a healthy life, be productive, but also have fun with it. See ya.